Okay, we just finished enjoying some coffee here at whatever this place is called. And traffic's going by outside, and we spent the afternoon at the War Memorial for Vietnam War. And Thomas will be the first to give us his 30-second summary or impacts or thoughts about it. What do you think, Thomas?
There's definitely a shock value to it. With all the imagery that we put on, definitely did not have very much censorship into it. So, and you know, it was interesting reading another point of view that we don't necessarily get to hear.
Yeah. Cool, man. Thank you. Our friend Ella is next.
I did not sign up for this.
That's all right. You don't have to sign up. It's complimentary.
So I think the first thing that strikes you is the depth and extent of human suffering and misery. That's inescapable. But the second thing, and it comes in very close quarters, is the power of propaganda and the power of selective imagery to tell a one-sided story. That was a really, really interesting view into how dogma is created.
Excellent. Thank you. The Oracle.
I had no idea I was a war criminal.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm just kidding. Certainly, like, you walk through there and you can't help but feel just absolutely disgusted with so much. It just goes to show that when there's not faith or God in people's hearts, what terrible things people are capable of doing. I mean, it's sin. It's sin, ultimately. But
I'll hold that for a minute. You bet. I don't have a lot to add other than that, but I think the biggest thing for me were the imagery was disturbing and was really, really very emotional situation to see everything that had happened. And I remember thinking, like, I don't know how people do this. I don't know how people do war like that. And made me feel very, very sad. And it reminded me, as I talked with you, Sam, about that this is what the Christ had to come to suffer for the sins like this, my sins, everyone's sins, and the stuff the crap that happened in wars like Vietnam, the selfishness and the greed and just the evil that lives in people's hearts. That's a lot to redeem. So it was an eye-opening way to spend the afternoon. And then we rewarded ourselves with some coffee afterwards. So that was a nice way to end it.
Thomas, cherry on top?